All right. So what I have for you guys today is Reddit, or specifically Reddit mods. We all know they're at the highest tier of society. If you're on the internet all the time, then yes, you know about Reddit mods and how infamous they are. They have some of the best opinions out there. They also look the best, and they are the ones who are killing it at life, not living in their mom's basement. Hopefully. Now, besides all of that, I actually want to talk about how there's this interview that a Reddit mod from r/antiwork did, where they're on Fox News and they're talking about the subreddit and talking about the movement. And I'm gonna tell y'all guys, I definitely don't like corporations. Okay, they tend to exploit a lot of people. They exploit resources, all that. Of course, I am not for them. I'm definitely, I'm all for the workers. But r/antiwork is an interesting place because, well, there's a lot of stuff that goes on in here. Some stuff I can definitely agree with, but some other stuff I'm just like, well, it's interesting. So I'm just showing you guys the subreddit real quickly, and then we'll talk about the interview. So r/antiwork is a subreddit for those who want to end work, are curious about ending work, want to get the most out of a work-free life, want more information on anti-work ideas, and want personal help with their own jobs, work-related struggles. All right, pretty sensible Reddit all around. Now, let's take a look at some of these posts. As you're seeing along here, what's a really good one? Get hurt or sick. That's okay. I got laid off again. Nothing really too crazy, actually. Some looking like scrolling past all this, you can see that these are very interesting stuff, and it's very typical work stuff that happens. You know, people get laid off all the time. But let's do something like, should companies stop holiday parties? They feel like an outdated tradition that don't really work anymore. I agree. Yo, y'all ever hear about like getting a pizza party for the company instead of getting a raise? That stuff just pisses me off. All right. Now, should companies, as I've said, stop holiday parties? So what do you think? I personally hate them. There's nothing worse than feeling pressure to spend time with coworkers after hours and pretend like you give a shit about them or the company. What's worse is I have friends and families that have to travel hours to a city or another state to attend these things. Travel, of course, is not reimbursable. I'm just gonna come out and say it. If you have to go an hour to an office party and you're outside the city, you might as well just not go. Especially them gas prices. Well, they have gotten better. They're not exactly much easier. But I'm gonna say that holiday parties, I don't like my coworkers that much. Not in the sense like I hate them, just like I'm just working with you and this is very temporary. So don't take it the wrong way. That's how I treat work all the time. Like, keep it professional as possible, but not go too far with it. But yeah, no, you can see some of those like I've liked them and I've worked with blah blah blah, so I don't have to work with them getting paid and getting free food from them. But wait, hold on. Do you have parties where they pay you to go? Oh, goodness gracious. But anyways, that's the type of subreddit we're dealing with. So, of course, everything is what it is. All right, now let's get on to the interview. And so yeah, this person by the name of Doreen was on Fox News, and they were getting interviewed about this. And now, let's get right into it.
Over 1.6 million subscribers. Joining me now is the person who operates this anti-work group, Doreen Ford. All right, so Doreen, why do you like the idea of being home, not working, but still getting paid by corporate America?
Yeah, so there's some misconceptions about the movement. So we're a movement where we want to reduce the amount of work that people feel like they're forced to do. And so we want to still put in effort, we want to put in labor, but we don't want to necessarily be in a position where we feel trapped. You know, you just quoted from Office Space where that person feels very trapped in their job. I think we're calling for a society where there's less of that. But yeah, absolutely, people still want to do things. They just want to do things where they feel rewarded and they feel like they're in a good spot in their life, and that their job respects them and stuff like that. You know, there's very...
Okay, I hate to say this. Actually, I don't hate to say it, but yo, if any of y'all are going up for an interview, for the love of God, just put on some decent clothes and groom yourselves. Jesus, I hate when people do that. Just groom yourself. Oh, it's the reason why the Reddit mod stereotype exists. Oh, come on. You could just some, whatever, I don't know, whatever you gotta eat. Just do what you gotta do, okay? Okay? Do what you gotta do. Yeah. Oh, God. But what I love about this guy over here, the guy who's interviewing, is the fact that he is like just sitting there like in the bushes waiting for that one moment to get them off guard. Just sitting there just waiting for it. And I'm just like, I'm just like, what are you doing? Why are you why are you waiting there ready to pounce? Whew. Of course, this is how mainstream news always works. They want to catch you in the lowest moments, but just keep in mind too that when this interview got like found out, they had to lock down the subreddit because they were getting absolutely shafted. And of course, one moderator does not dictate what the whole subreddit thinks of, but it's just interesting that this is like the face of the movement now. Every time I think about anti-work, let's keep going.
So Doreen, but you're not being forced to work. This isn't slave labor. You've applied for a job. You've agreed to the terms and conditions of the employment, and you can walk away from that job at any time and quit. So I don't understand really what this is about, except it sounds like maybe people are just being lazy. Are you encouraging people to be lazy?
So I think laziness is a virtue in a society where people constantly want you to be productive 24/7.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I forgot they said this. Oh my God. Oh my God, I forgot this was actually said. You know how I just mentioned how mainstream media wants you to trip up? That's your moment right there. Oh my God. Laziness is a virtue in society. oh, oh my, oh my God. Oh, laziness is a virtue in society. Anyways, I keep calling myself this movement in the sense where it's like people just want to get like they want to earn their keep or whatever, and not have to be forced to like overwork themselves. That's the whole point. But when you sell stuff like laziness is a virtue in society, you lose me. Oh my God, you lose me. Oh wow. Not need to say it like that way.
And it's good to have rest. That doesn't mean you should be resting all the time or not putting effort into things that you care about. But I think one of the
what do you think is like a good work day? How many hours is a solid work day in your ideal society?
Sure. I mean, I think as much as people want. I mean, I personally work. I have like a 25 hour work weeks, which I think is fairly good. So I would like less work hours.
And what do you do, Doreen?
I'm a dog walker.
Who let the dogs out? Okay. No. I'm sorry. Okay, I really could not help myself with that one. Oh, who let the dogs out? This one is actually the perfect song for that. Okay. I thought I was gonna have like a serious conversation about this whole anti-work, but after the virtue in society, it lost me here. I really don't like Fox News, but I gotta admit, this interview is some golden content. Wow. Okay, like laughing aside, it's just this man really got his moment to just like catch him. He just caught him right in his jaws. But anyways, I mean, ideally speaking, of course, you want to have the best working conditions. Like working from home, for instance, became super popular after COVID. So then because of that, people even now are perpetuating more to work at home because it's much easier, and companies also realize, oh, they can actually save a lot more by having people work from home instead of having to rent out office buildings, which cost how much? Because even some bigger companies, they have to rent out office spaces because, well, nobody wants to use it. And of course, like I say in a lot of videos, like everything's been going up. So yeah, ideally you'd want to work from your own house and all that stuff, and you're really cutting expenses from companies. And what's better to work at home? Home is like, it's nice. You don't have to do too much. You can just get a lot of stuff done in the period of time that you're given. But yeah, I'm just saying, virtue in society. Yeah, working hard is a virtue in society. But I'm gonna say too is that working hard is not a bad quality to have. It's just all about, are you working too much, and is your working becoming exploitative? Like, is it exploitative for the company to be using you for that hard work? That's the bigger question. But anyways, let's keep going.
A dog walker. Okay.
Yes.
And how
Yeah. So
how
I
old
find a
are
lot
you,
of
if you don't mind me asking?
Sure, I'm 30.
You're 30. Okay. And is there something you want to do besides being a dog walker? Do you aspire to do anything more than dog walking, or is that kind of your pinnacle?
I love working with dogs. If I had to do this for the rest of my life, I wouldn't be super complaining. Dogs are wonderful animals. But I would love to teach. I would love to,
Teach.
Work with people and stuff like that.
What would you teach, Doreen?
Philosophy mostly, just introduction to philosophy, critical thinking, reason, stuff like that.
Oh man, this interview is great. I'm telling you, this guy had too much fun with this interview. You see the way that smile creeped up when this person said philosophy? Philosophy? Now, honestly, I would take philosophy class with this person because, one of the core tenets of working is virtues in society. Sorry, hold on. Let me try that again. Wow, that was terrible. One of the many virtues in society, there's 5 of them. One of them is being laziness. The virtue in society where people think that we're being lazy, but we're really not. I'm sorry. Oh, man. Now, Reddit has pulled off some very interesting feats, okay, in my time of seeing it. There's like the Wall Street bets, which was like a really high moment, I think, where GameStop stocks went all the way up. And then you have moments like these where Reddit's reputation went all the way back down again. Oh, man. These videos are great. Oh, but nah, this guy, this interviewer is on some demon time, bro. The man really said, "Oh, philosophy, I can't wait to take your class." Woo, boy. But yeah, no. Honestly, though, philosophy's not for me, but Reddit. What are you gonna do about it? But just to round up my thoughts on the general topic, I'll say for me personally, I don't mind working to get to something, but there has to be a balance for me. I need to rest from time to time as well. I can't just be working 24/7 or be pushing myself in the immediate future. Like, for instance, when it comes to like doing this YouTube stuff and going to school and all that, I do push myself a lot, which is not very healthy for me, which is something I'm trying to work on. But I don't mind working, but at the same time, there's a lot of stuff I wish I could skip, but that's not the way it works. If you want something, you gotta go out and get it. So there's that. But this person doesn't really articulate their arguments very well on the topic. But no, we should make working much easier for everybody, because when everybody's working, society runs much smoother, and if everybody's lazy, then society doesn't move. I think that's a pretty standard point to end off on. Pretty straightforward. Nothing to interpret. But anyways, if you enjoy these type of videos, of course, I love making them. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow my socials down in the description below. And of course, if you leave a dislike, you are just another smelly Reddit mod that I don't care about. So it is what it is. You can leave a dislike if you want to, but it's funny. Anyways, ciao for now.
Okay. Well, I would love to take your class, Doreen. I would just be taking notes the whole time. And you know what? A professor's a very similar schedule than something that you're imagining. So I think that actually might work perfectly for you. Listen,